Yo, peace. Today I'm going to talk about how to generate sexual energy. Sexual energy is the most potent energy in existence. Sexual energy is creative energy. I talk about this in a couple other my videos. I'll leave the links at the bottom, but sexual energy just deals with personal power. What personal power is, just that space between you and the world around you. See, if you don't have a space between you and your reality, then that's when reality seems to always smack you in the face, and it's always problems coming up and you always feel stressed and strained. But the personal power is like just being aware of your aura, being aware that there is space between you and your reality, and it doesn't have to affect you as much as you think it should. Like you can literally walk and experience life and just be who you are and not care what other people think, not care what other people feel, not because you're heartless or you're selfish, just because of your own personal power. You do not have to give away your personal power, and that's what most of us do. This is why we always feel used or abused or things like this, because we give away our personal power. And of course you're going to feel weak. That makes you feel helpless because you're giving away your personal power. How else would you feel? And you see, it's not something that can be taken from you. It must be given by you. Nobody can take it from you. You can only give it up. So once we realize this, there is truly no problem. Just stop giving away your personal power and you really don't have problems. You get what I'm saying? So the next thing is just expressing your sexuality. And you can do this while celibate. You don't have to go around having sex, but don't suppress it, because suppressing it doesn't do anything. Suppressing your sexuality doesn't help you. Yes, you're not out here being promiscuous, but at the same time, it's not helping you either. See, to go from one extreme to the next extreme, it's still extreme. It doesn't do anything. Being celibate doesn't necessarily help the situation if you're just doing it not to be promiscuous. You get what I'm saying? It's really, you're going to end up in the same place, which is suppressing your sexuality. Because even if you are promiscuous, that doesn't necessarily mean you are expressing your sexuality. Because if all you're doing is laying on your back, or if all you're doing is just pumping, it's more so of an exercise than, expressing your sexuality. See, now we have to go into what sex is. Sex is combining elements. The combination of elements, meaning when fire and water have sex, air or wind is generated. When fire, water, and wind have sex, that makes the atmosphere basically able to generate Earth. That's how the planet was created. The planet didn't just pop out of nowhere. It's just like a sperm cell and the egg. Eventually, it becomes a solid or matter, but it started off as a liquid. You get what I'm saying? And before it was a liquid, it was passion. Passion between the parents. Y'all got excited and hot for each other. That turned into a liquid. The liquid turned into, the air, which is how it moves. The air gives its movement, because that's the atmosphere, and that became a baby. You get what I'm saying? So we're dealing with elements. So this is what I'll go into next then, because if sex is just a fusion of energies or a fusion of ideas, remember energy, ideas, elements is all pretty much one and the same. So if you're dealing with sexual energy, you're dealing with energy or chemistry or alchemy, all pretty much the same stuff at the core. You're dealing with all these ancient sciences that it ain't nothing about having a laboratory of chemicals and you're doing scientific experiments. We do scientific experiments every single day because that's what reality is. Reality is a bunch of scientific experience. If you go outside right now and say hi to a stranger and they say hi back, that was an experiment, because you don't have to do it. You get what I'm saying? So every day is an opportunity to try out something new that you've never done, which is a expression of your personal power, of your sexuality. See, sexuality does not always have to be about penetration. You can have sex with a person's mind, spirit, soul, or body. You get what I'm saying? And it's different ways to put that in. You know what I mean? There's no right or wrong way to say it, but it's not limited to just intercourse. You get what I'm saying? See, people limit sex to intercourse, and that's why they don't have good sex. Or they're not in tune with their sexuality, because being in tune with your sexuality has nothing to do with intercourse. It's just being who you are, owning your personal power. Your personal power is your sexuality. And it's not to be suppressed. To suppress yourself is to not express yourself and to not express your sexuality. When you are having fun, you are expressing your sexuality. When you are joyful, when you are happy, you are expressing sexual energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's just, a certain way of looking at the stuff. So, and as you know, the more struggle you go through, the better the orgasm. You get what I'm saying? To even have an orgasm, you have to go through trials and tribulations. You have to basically exercise. You have to generate heat. You have to heat up to even have an orgasm. And an orgasm is just an explosion or a creation. Every time you have an orgasm, you are creating something based on whatever your mind is focused on at the time. Whether you're doing it alone, masturbating, or with a partner, or not touching yourself at all. We've all had wet dreams where you come, whatever, without no physical, nothing. This is just all in your mind. This is just from a dream or something. So we all know it's possible. So it's not limited to the physical. If you can do it in dreams, and you can have wet dreams and things like that, you can have fantasies. And you can get turned on without nobody even putting their hands on you. So obviously it's something deeper to it. So I think I'll just leave it off right there, and if y'all want a part 2, just let me know. So this is just more so of an introduction. So get at me. Peace. Hotep, hotep, hotep.